I am a classic millennial. I'm highly jaded and highly optimistic at the same time. I'm jaded because, let's face it, we're the generation that's inherited all the consequences of bad decisions from previous generations. Climate change, wealth inequality, broken healthcare. And to me, businesses seem to be the biggest culprits of these problems. But I'm also optimistic that businesses can be a force for good. And given the size of the private sector, businesses need to be forces for good if we want real scale change. So how do we make businesses do good? Of course, as a millennial, I said, I'm a problem solver. I'm gifted and special. I'm going to single-handedly solve this problem. You're welcome, guys. After college, I went into investing to understand and influence how businesses make decisions. In my job, I came across a lot of businesses and a lot of bad decisions. Here's one well-known example, the BP oil spill. In 2010, BP was facing a delay in their drilling operations. Every day of delay cost them $1 million. Under immense pressure, they rushed the launch of an oil rig in the Gulf of Mexico. The rig exploded, causing the largest oil spill in history, killing 11 people and damaging our planet in ways we still don't fully know today. This was costly for society, but also costly for BP. To save $1 million a day, BP cost its shareholders $100 billion. I call this nearsightedness, focusing so much on what's in front of you that you're missing the bigger picture. Let me ask you a question. Who here is nearsighted? So you have trouble seeing what's far from you, but you can see clearly what's close. I am seriously nearsighted, and we all know how dangerous and frustrating it is. Imagine one day you're outside without your glasses or contacts. You're a disaster waiting to happen. You might be scanning the ground for something you might trip on, and suddenly a pole hits your face. Traditional business thinking is nearsighted, focusing so much on what's in front of you that you're missing the bigger picture. With this realization, I searched for a better way to invest in and support businesses. That is, putting on a pair of glasses that would help me see more clearly and more comprehensively. Investing with an impact lens. By impact lens, I mean asking yourself more questions before you make decisions. Is this truly the best decision for the long-term sustainability of the company? Can I do this in a way that does good or reduce harm for society? Just imagine if someone at BP had asked those questions. The impact lens is for everyone, not just impact investors or social entrepreneurs. It doesn't mean making bad decisions to do good. It means making better decisions to do good and do well. Your ears better be perking up because I'm telling you the impact lens can make you more money. With every business and investment decision, you have to evaluate two things: opportunities and risks. The impact lens can help you see both new opportunities and new risks you might not be seeing. I want to tell you two stories to show you what I mean. The first story is about opportunities. John Treherne was a former English squash player and an entrepreneur looking for new opportunities. As an athlete, he noticed that all gyms in the UK were located in wealthy metropolitan areas, charging high prices. This made him think, a low-cost gym concept targeting lower-income markets could do a lot of good and be really successful. So he wrote a business plan, and then he sought out funding. But investor after investor rejected him. It wouldn't work, they said. If lower-income markets were so attractive, gyms would already be there. Then one day, he found a match. Bridges, an impact investment fund, had also concluded that low-cost gyms would be an attractive opportunity to deliver financial returns and societal impact. Together, Treharne and Bridges incubated the Gym Group, a chain of 24/7 low-cost gyms targeted at lower-income markets. The Gym Group was a massive success. In 2015, the company IPO'd at a valuation of $380 million, almost 6 times the original investment. Private equity funds typically target 2 to 3 times. Today, the Gym Group has more than 130 gyms and 660,000 members. Now, while the gym space was already crowded, no one had thought lower-income markets were an attractive opportunity. Treharne and Bridges saw this opportunity because they had their impact lenses on. So whether you want to start, run, or invest in businesses, how can you use the impact lens to see opportunities you might not be seeing? The impact lens also helps you see hidden risks. Paul Pullman became the CEO of Unilever in 2009. Pullman was a strong believer in doing well by doing good. With his impact lens on, he saw opportunities to grow in emerging markets. He also saw a risk that no one was talking about: climate change. Pullman thought climate change was the single biggest threat to Unilever, and no investor had ever asked him a question about it. Pullman declared, "In 10 years, I'm going to double profitability while cutting environmental footprint in half." Becoming more environmentally sustainable was going to cut costs and reduce risks, he said. People thought he was crazy. The results? 8 years of positive growth, twice the rate of Unilever's competitors. Total shareholder return of nearly 300% in that time period. Returns and profits are up, but even more importantly, long-term risks are down. Unilever is better prepared for climate change than any of its competitors. Now, climate change is just one example of a societal issue threatening corporate welfare. Global poverty, employee skills gaps, political and social instability. Nearsighted businesses will say, "These are not my problems." But if we put our impact lenses on, we can see that these issues will hit businesses before they know it. Now, I'm not saying that every decision is going to be a win-win. But win-win situations are out there, and we absolutely have to chase every single one of them. John Treharne and Paul Pullman are 2 pioneers in this movement. Slowly, others are catching up. Just last year, the CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink, said in a statement to CEOs, "To prosper over time, every business must not only deliver financial performance, but also show how it makes a positive contribution to society." What we need are more business leaders and institutional investors with their impact lenses on. We also need personal investors and consumers demanding for more impact from businesses. We millennials have to take that charge. We're known as the generation of FOMO, fear of missing out. Well, guess what? We're missing out big time because we're not using the impact lens in our business thinking. We're also known as the generation of self-entitlement. Well, I think we are entitled to a better future where businesses can be part of the solution and not just the problem, where a fresh set of lenses can help us see the world in a better light. Thank you.